Achyantadasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurumlitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Stadare Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Let us all speak together. Raise your hands. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. It's a very auspicious day today, Purnima, full moon. And it's not auspicious because it's very cold outside. But we are here to give warmth. The warmth of spiritual instructions and warmth of spiritual discourse, the explanation of what is the meaning of Srimad Bhagavatam. Although it's a very auspicious day for other reasons too, one of our teachers, 300 years back, he took a birth on this day and who propagated the love of Krishna, means the devotion unto Shri Krishna all over the country India. So today is a very special day in that sense. But the topic given to me is Srimad Bhagavatam. So even in India, when I give 7 days, 7 evening Harikatha classes on Srimad Bhagavatam, people in general they are confused with Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. They say Bhagavad Gita is the same thing. She said Krishna instructed to Arjuna. That's Bhagavad Gita, which only comprised of 700 verses. Krishna spoke to Arjuna in just 48 minutes. This is Bhagavad Gita. But Srimad Bhagavatam has 18,000 verses. Just one section of that entire Srimad Bhagavatam, just one section of that is the beautiful pastimes of Krishna from his birth and all the way going Mathura and Dwarka, marrying so many queens there. In Srimad Bhagavatam also it describes the pastime of Lord Shri Ram. Just like we hear Ramayana. In Ramayana we have detailed explanation of Ram-Lila. But Srimad Bhagavatam is also describe the pastimes of Shri Ram. Srimad Bhagavatam also describes the pastime of Narsimha Bhagwan. Many of you watched that movie, right? Narsimha. Very famous. So all incarnations of Krishna, along with Krishna and Vishnu and Lakshmi Ji, all these details are in Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam has 18,000 verses. And there are 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. 12 cantos means 12 volumes. The significance of the Srimad Bhagavatam 12 volumes is each and every volume of Bhagavatam resembles one of the limb of Krishna. In other words, Krishna incarnated himself in a book form, and that's called Bhagavatam. Gita is what Krishna spoke to Arjuna, and Bhagavatam is what Krishna acted his pastimes, his interactions with his own associates. Understand the difference between Gita is what Krishna instructed to Arjuna, that's instructions. But Bhagavatam is what Krishna displaying his interactions with his associates, that's Srimad Bhagavatam. So 18 volumes. Each and every volume resembles one of the limbs of Krishna. Just like we just uttered Krishna, Hare Krishna, right? The syllables Krishna, the word Krishna is not different from Krishna. Understand? For example, what's your name? Suvita. So if I look around, where is Suvita? Who's going to raise her? Who is Suvita? I can't see. Where's your hand? Hi, Suvita. So in the group of devotees and people, if I say Suvita, she is the one who's going to raise her hand. That means the name belongs to her. Similarly, Krishna. When we utter Krishna, who's going to hear this? Krishna. You will say me. So that means name and the person who possesses that name is not different. Similarly, the scripture which gives a description about the nature of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna, his interactions. That volume of book is called Srimad Bhagavatam, which describes the attributes of Krishna. So first and second volume is 2 feet of Krishna. I'm going very basics because today we have many guests today. Third and fourth volume is 2 thighs of Krishna. So it begins from feet to thighs. Fifth volume is the navel of Krishna. The 6th volume is the broad chest of Krishna. 7th and 8th volume is 2 long arms of Krishna. 9th volume is the neck of Krishna. The 10th volume is a beautiful, mild, smiling face of Krishna. This is the 10th canto. Then 11th volume, 11th canto means the broad forehead of Krishna, Matha. And 12th is the head of Krishna. So 12 volume, Srimad Bhagavatam, comprised of 18,000 verses, is the entire body of Krishna, means not different from Krishna. So in many homes, I go visit all over the world, they, along with the worshipping of Krishna at home, Gopalji at home, they also keep Bhagavatam, scripture, at the altar. And they worship Bhagavatam also, because it's not different from Krishna. Understand? So many instructions are being given there. But the beauty of Bhagavatam is not only just instruction as in Bhagavad Gita, it's just instructions. But interactions of devotee and Lord. So more sweeter than instructions. Instructions are not very sweet most of the time. You have to do this, you have to do this, control your mind, mind your intelligence. All the time instructions is not very palatable. But interactions gives us so much inspiration and very pleasing to the heart. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, first volume, which is a series of lecture going on in this temple, Shri Gaudiya, they're speaking every Sunday on the first volume, which means 1 feet of Krishna. In that first volume, I'm finding very difficult to simplify Srimad Bhagavatam. To describe Bhagavatam in Bhagavatam language is very easy, but to simplify Bhagavad in a basic simple language is very difficult. So for me it's very challenging right now. How to make it so simple so everyone can understand. But if I speak in terms, in the language of Bhagavatam itself, then it becomes very easy. So therefore it said, it's difficult to be simple and it's simple to be difficult. It's very difficult to be simple. And it's very simple to get difficult. So listen, first volume Bhagavatam, there is one beautiful verse. Save pumsam paro dharmo yatha bhakti adhokshaje ehetu ki apratihita jayatma suprasiddhati. Anyone know the meaning of this verse? Any of the audience here? Because in Sanskrit, the meaning is Save pumsam paro dharmo. Regardless of male or female, regardless which sect you belongs to or which belief you're following. Sarve Pumsam means entire humanity. Sarve Pumsam means not only entire humanity, means every soul. Even if it is a dog, cat, bird, snake, elephant, aquatic, whoever, trees, plants. Sarve Pumsam. But to be very specific, only human beings can practice devotional life. If I'm going to speak Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavad to a dog is not going to understand this. Birds and cats are not going to understand this. This facility is given to human beings. So when more facilities are being given, then more payment have to be done. If you go rent a room in a 3-star hotel, you have to pay less. And if you're going to rent a room in a 7-star hotel, you're going to have to pay more. Because of not stars, because of the facilities. Right? So more facilities, more you have to pay. Means more responsible we are. Animals, aquatics, birds, they're not responsible for anything. Their life only constrained with just how to eat, find food, sleep, produce children, that's all. But human beings, we human beings, a big task and responsibility is given to us because of this higher facility given to us with broad intelligence to understand what is right, what is wrong. Animals have no consideration what is right and wrong. They just go and grab anyone, bite anyone. I'm not saying we don't have to give respect to them. Every living entity is to be given respect. But I'm only speaking about the level of consciousness. The level of consciousness in human beings are elaborate and more than any other living entity. Therefore, following devotional practices in every day, single day of our life is the responsibility of every human being. Sarve Pumsam. Parodharma. 5 years back, here in Houston, I was giving a lecture, and after my lecture, one gentleman came and said, which dharma we should follow? Everyone understand dharma? Dharma matlab? Which religion I have to follow? Because there is Muslim dharma, there is Christian dharma, there is Hindu dharma, then there is Jainism, then there is Sikhism, so many. So he said, which dharma to follow? Then I quoted this verse. I said, there are not many religions. No, we hear Sikhism, Muslim, Hinduism. I said, these are not dharmas, these are not religions. These are not religions. These are different beliefs. So don't mess up or mix up saying beliefs and religion together. A child taking birth in a Muslim family, just by taking birth in a Muslim family, become Muslim. A child taking birth in a Hindu family just become Hindu. How to distinguish them? Who's taking birth? Soul is not taking birth. It's the body taking birth. So, this verse focus on a very important aspect of the essence of spirituality is the soul concept. We are all souls. It's not male soul or female soul. Soul is just soul. So what is the religion of the soul? The religion of the soul is to develop that love of one's origin, means super soul. My Guruji, who we can see here on this altar here, he used to give an example. If we take a stone from the ground and we throw up, where the stone going to go? In the sky or going to fall on the ground? Why? Because of gravity, right? But there's another reason. That any stone, any pebble stone, which we take from the ground and throw up, of course because of gravity, but other point is because that stone is a part of the earth. Earth is the origin of that stone. The stone definitely going to fall on the ground. So this is gravity. But other example is a ghee lamp. We light any fire, small or big. The fire always indicating up to the sky, not down to the earth. Understand? Fire is always indicating up, like this. Because the origin of every fire is sun. So every fire indicating towards its origin. The water which we use in kitchen, bathroom, etc. The water goes in rain and in rivers and merge into the ocean. And from the ocean, evaporation, cloud formation, the rain, again get water. This is the cycle. So every drop, every water goes to the ocean, to its origin. Therefore, who is our origin? Our origin is Lord. Our origin is Krishna. And I am not saying this, I am not fabricating this. The Lord Krishna himself claimed this. Mame mancho jiva loke jiva bhut sadaka. All living entities are my part and parcel. They manifest from me. I am the origin of everyone. But we are separated from him because we don't know much about him. But we should know about him. Who is our origin? We should know about this. Knowing about Athato Brahm Jigyasa. One who is inquisitive, and one should be inquisitive, attaining human form of life. One should be inquisitive to know who is my origin, what he does, what he says, and what he do. But how to get this information? Very easy process. You have to just drive 20-40 minutes every Sunday and coming to this location, 16628 Keith Hero Boulevard, Houston, Texas 77084. Am I right? Just come here. And in that 40 minutes, series of lecture every Sunday. Have some, some break from home. No need to cook there. Bring your entire family, your kids here and have a feast every Sunday. We call love feast. The prasadam, the sanctified food. Beautiful darshan of the deities. But also to know what is my religion. We are Hindus. Nowhere in Bhagavad Gita we find the word Hindu there. Krishna is not speaking to Arjuna because Arjuna is Hindu. I've read Bhagavad Gita, there's not any word Hindu mentioned there. It's not for Hindus. It's for Sabe Pumsa Paro Dharma. It's for everyone. It's for soul. Soul is not Muslim, soul is not Hindu, soul is not Christian. These are different beliefs. This is not religion. There's only one religion of the soul is Yatha Bhakti Adhokshate. Bhakti means devotion. What bhakti means? In a very simple term, devoted your time, devotion, you devote your time to your family, your children. Give so much energy and time to them. Yes or no? Parents? The focus of your life is on the children. How to raise them, educate them. The entire focus is on the children. This is called you are devoted to your child. You're devoted to your family. Very well you can understand what I want to say. Just not giving up any other activity, but just to include something more potential, that devotion unto the Supreme Lord, who is our origin. My origin can be my parents, but whose origin of my parents? Their parents. Whose origin? Their parents. Their parents. So all these parents, his hierarchy is coming from Krishna, because he claims in Gita, I am the origin of everyone. So to understand, to attain the devotion of the Lord, we heard about so many sadhus, so many saintly people. They were not all sannyasis. They were householders with their wife and children. But they invested their time, devoted their time, along with their responsibilities at home, the family duties. They also invest their time to worship Lord. But how to worship Lord? Just by showing Arati is not called worship. Understand? When you might be having an altar at home, a small temple somewhere at home. You might be doing some arati every day or once in a while or every Sunday or whatever. But the picture in the altar or the deity at the altar, they're not going to speak to you. They're not going to tell you that you're doing right or you're wrong. Who's going to tell you? Scriptures. Scripture is going to tell you this is the correct direction, this is not the right direction. And who can make us familiar with those scriptures? Those saintly people. When I say saintly people, that doesn't mean just a sannyasi. Look, you can see me as a sannyasi, but there's so many house workers there. They are also saintly people. Many families here, they're practicing this devotional life from 45 years, 40 years, 30 years. They're saintly people because they are fulfilling all the responsibility towards the society and family, but they're adding something more on that. You know? All ladies, you're familiar with cooking? Suppose you make shahi paneer. Wow, mouth-watering shahi paneer, right? So delicious. You put all ingredients, all rich ingredients in that, but you forgot to put one important ingredient and becomes tasteless. What is that? Huh? So that means you don't know how to cook. Salt, right? This is easy way to relate it. You put all other ingredients in your family life. All happiness, celebrating birthday, socializing, meeting, watching TV, whatsoever. One important aspect as a human life is salt. It should be sweet. What is salt? Which makes everything tasteless. Without salt, nothing is tasty. But putting salt, adding some salt, are delicious. So imagine how important is that salt in that bread. Similarly, we have tried a lot of enjoying our senses. We have tried a lot of enjoying this world, but every time we try to enjoy, that enjoyment actually appears enjoyment in the beginning, but at a later stage, that enjoyment goes to a saturation, and after saturation, it starts fading. And when the enjoyment starts fading, it turns to more depression and stress. This is the nature of enjoyment. Because salt is absent in the bread. What is that salt? Yatha bhakti adhokshaji. The devotion unto Lord. If you add this salt, if you add this ingredient in your family life, then your life will going to become more and more, not just happy, but blissful. Blissful. And this is the experience of so many devotees here. Yes? Vishnu, raise your hand please. His name is Vishnu. He's practicing 40 years. His wife, his children. Fulfilling every duties. But he added the most important ingredient. And then many others who are sitting here. And with that, they got a higher conception of their life. And that higher conception of life is Yatha Bhakti Adhokshaje. Devotion unto that personality who's beyond our perception of mind and intelligence, who's beyond. You know? What that means? Beyond the perception of mind and intelligence. Oh, I don't believe in God because I can't see Him. I can't see Him, I can't perceive Him. My mind can't process this, my intelligence can't process this. Therefore, I have no faith in God because I can't see Him. I can give 10, 20, 50 logics. He's so intellectual, he gives Bhagavad Gita seminars every Saturday, yeah? You hear him every Saturday morning? He's teaching Gita to kids, young generation. He can answer this. Another 10 logics. But one very simple basic logic is, sometimes children they ask this question, Mama, I can't see God, and therefore how can I believe God is present? Right? Very common question. I go through these kind of questions a lot when I go universities and schools and all. So very simple, without any scriptural reference, simple logic. You can see microphone, you can see lights, you can see fan, all the devices. I can see, and I believe they're present, they exist. But the electricity, the power which is making all these devices working, I can't see with my naked eyes. That doesn't mean they don't exist. Because of the existence of electricity, we can see the devices are functioning. Similarly, who is controlling or making this entire universe is functioning? There's a force. And that's Krishna, Shri Ram, Shri Krishna. Because they are Supreme God. So devotion unto them is the most important ingredient of everyone's life. Regardless, one is renunciate or one is householder. Doesn't matter. And missing that link makes everything missed. Adding that link or adding that ingredient makes everything so fabulous. So fabulous. This most important ingredient. But then, amongst those who us present here, many of you might be performing some kind of devotional practice. Even in the right direction, because there are some practices which are not even guided rightly. Because we are not aware that this is right direction or not. Then the second line says in this verse, Ehetuki apratihita yayatma suprasiddhati. The right direction of that devotion has to be, that devotion should be like an unbroken stream of, for example, if you take a bottle of oil and you're pouring another bottle. While pouring that oil from one bottle to another bottle, but we see one big stream of oil flowing from one bottle to another bottle without any break in between. Understand? So it's not that on Diwali I'm going to worship Lakshmi Narayana, or on Holi I'm going to worship Bhagwan, on special occasions 4 or 5 times a year. No, this is not called right direction. The right direction is supposed to be unbroken stream, means every single day of life. Why it is so important? Anyone can ask me, why it is so important every single day of life? It can be weekend, Sunday, or any special occasion. Don't we eat every day? For our survival, imagine if you don't eat 1 or 2 days, how are you going to feel? Weakness. Don't we sleep every day? Don't we drink water every day? Don't we breathe every day? Everything is there for survival, but something is again missing. And that is what devotion. That missing part, making everything messed up in this life. Even though the source of enjoyments are around us, but they are not giving enjoyment to us. Imagine, in month of June in Houston, so hot. And in our home we have AC. We put temperature like say 65 for a night. Everything is so cold inside. Feel like wearing a small little sweater. The entire house is super cold. But heart is burning for some quarrel or some fight in family or with friend or something, or some bad news. XYZ reason. I'm not peaceful. I'm not happy. But everything else is cool in the house. But my mind, my heart is not cool, it's stressful. Understand? Because of, again I'm coming to the same point, the most important ingredient. So as we eat every day, sleep every day, drink, whatever, breathe. Similarly, worshipping Lord, even for 10 minutes, is so easy in this age. Because this age is called which age? I know many of you are very familiar with this. This is Satyuga? This is Dwapar Yuga? Treta Yuga? Which Yuga? You know this? Very good. What's your name? Very good. Kali Yuga. I'm so happy. I'm proud of you. Yeah, because many temples I go, they don't know which Yuga will belong to. This is Kali Yuga, right? And a special process, a system, a way of worshipping Lord in every yuga. This is not Satya Yuga. So if we sitting in dhyan, this meditation is not the process for this age. Because the moment we sit for 5 minutes and meditate or something, the 10 different thoughts comes in our mind. It takes us in 10 different directions, 20 different directions. Not when we always get confused. Not even 5 minutes. Try to meditate 5 minutes. So difficult. Because this is not the process in this yuga. Then comes Treta Yuga. The process in Treta Yuga was to perform yajnas. Understand? Yajnas, fire sacrifice. It takes hundreds and hundreds of years to perform fire sacrifice. Everything was so pure. The environment was pure. The ingredients were pure. The person who is performing yajna is also pure. But in this age, everything is impure, contaminated. The arena where yajna has to be performed have to be pure. Every ingredients have some mixtures and contamination. The environment is contaminated. The person who is performing yajna is not even 100% pure. And that's why we don't get results. We don't get results. Because this is the process, not the process for this age. This is Kali Yuga, the age of quarrels. Not quarrel among friends, neighbors, family, whatsoever. But it's quarrel within ourselves. The quarrel between my mind, my own mind and my intelligence. My mind direct me in this direction, my intelligence saying, no, go in this direction. Shall I do this or shall I not do this? Quarrel within ourselves. Quarrel because of decisions. This is the nature of mind. Mind has no figure like us. Like we have figures. Mind has no figure. Mind is very subtle. So there is no figure of mind. But mind is the one which process. Take this decision. You will enjoy. But moment mind is going in direction to enjoy, the intelligence who is the boss of the mind stop us. No, this is wrong direction. Don't go there. Mind say, don't listen to intelligence. Listen to me. Because I make you enjoy. But intelligence say, no. Mind is taking in a wrong direction, only enjoyment, but later on you're going to regret on this. This is a dvanda, a quarrel within ourselves. It happens? Yes. For example, if someone is diabetic and there is desi ghee ka halwa, wow. Kaisa lagega? Wow. And if I'm diabetic, my mind will say, no problem, grab it, today's Sunday. It's a temple program, it's a prasadam. Okay, it's prasadam, just take one spoon. No, but it's so delicious. I want to grab 2 balls, 3 balls, big prasadam halwa. And later on, spike. Insulin, tablets. Intelligence is stopping me, don't do this. Just stop. But mind says, no, don't stop, go ahead. This is quarrel. This is Iron Age, Kali Yuga. So the best process for this age, recommended by all the scriptures and all the saintly personalities, and even by Krishna himself, is what? Just chant, sing. Sound healing. You heard of this sound healing? This is sound healing. Singing. The best way. Even if we hear lectures, sometimes must be, I'm sure, pretty sure. The mind might be going, when this is going to end, we have to take food and we are very hungry. Or something is happening at home. But when we sing and we meditate in that singing, mind always get focus, intelligence get focus, because this is recommended for this age. For example, if I sing Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol, Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Everyone feel it, right? Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Jai 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 Jai Radha Raman Hari Bol. Govinda bolo Hari Gopal bolo. 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 Kaisa laga? This called sound healing. And this sound is not ordinary sound. This is transcendental sound. This sound descends from spiritual world to uplift us, like a stairs will send for us. We can catch hold that stairs and we can go to spiritual world to get access to the spiritual world. So this is the only password to get access. Simple. In this age, simple way of getting proximity with Lord or to get bliss and happiness is just singing. So that's why I said, as we eat 3 or 4 times a day or 2 times a day, as we breathe every minute, every moment, we drink, we sleep. If we lack any of this, what's going to happen? The body starts getting distorted. But the most important ingredient, get this as a takeaway today from this lecture. The most important ingredient is the devotion of Bhagavan. If you add this with all other enjoyments, you get complete package in this. So every day at home, try to practice 10 minutes, 50 minutes, regardless of any time. It can be morning, noon, afternoon, evening, even midnight or early morning. Whenever you feel there is a time, just spend 10 minutes, just 10 minutes with the alarm set up. Practice this for 1 week. It's going to give you immense benefits. Okay? And take on all your stress. The best way to destroy all your stress, sound healing. 10 minutes, just clap and sing. Whatever melody you understand, doesn't matter. Govinda bolo Hari Gopal. There are many Hari Gopal. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Or if you can't clap and sing, there's another way. That is, sing Mala, 108 beats. And don't think when we start this, the people will tease me, you become Panditji. It's not about Panditji, this is about my requirements. It's because I'm suffering in this world. And it's because I want to overcome this suffering. So if I eat, I'll get nourished, not my neighbor will get nourished. If I chant, if I do singing, I'll get nourished. It's just for us, for my family, it's for me. Simple way, you see. Not touching this index finger. This is finger of anger, right? I'll shoot you, I'll beat you, I'll hit you. Anger removed. So without touching this index finger, simply just hold these like this. And very simple. Meditate on this, chant this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then next beat. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then third. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Just 10 minutes, complete one round. 10 to 12 minutes max. If we follow this every day, then we are putting the most important ingredient in our life. Just like without salt, all preps are tasteless. Without yatha bhakti adhokshaje, without devotion, every other activity is tasteless. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.